all of you. I, Rupali Singh, welcome you all in our channel GS World. So I request all of you guys to come live and join the session. And before starting the session, please like it, share it with your friends in your WhatsApp group, Telegram group, and other Facebook groups in whichever is suitable for you. And just subscribe the channel if you are new over here. All right, so let's get us started with the news of today's current affairs. And this is our GS World IS Pieces Institute name of the YouTube channel, which you have to join and subscribe the channel. And apart from this, do not forget to press the bell icon. इसको हटाइए। Do not forget to press the bell icon so that you can get all the notifications of all the videos of your current affairs, daily current affairs session. All right. So Ravi is here. Suraj, Tara, very good evening. Please share the session with all your friends, students. And apart from this, all right, Narendra is already here, and apart from this, we do have a Telegram channel of GS World IS, which you can join for all the PDF and study materials, and that too very free of cost for all of you. All right, and whatever the sessions you watch in your current affairs, whether in Hindi medium or English medium, all the current affairs PDF would be given to you in this Telegram channel of GS World IS. So do not forget to join the channel. So without delay, we would start the session of today's current affairs. As we all know that we discuss the top 10 current affairs news, and apart from this, we solve the questions of current affairs that are important for your examination. So today I have taken the questions of your schemes and projects, and that we would discuss in the question session. And apart from this, today's current affairs news. So let's get started. Aprajita is here, Mahendra, Dilip, Narendra, welcome all of you. Yes, Aprajita, yesterday there was no class because I was not well. So that is why yesterday class was not there. All right. So let's start the session. As you all know that Joe Biden sworn in as the 46th president of the United States after the Donald Trump. All right. So let's see what is the news. Joe Biden elected as the 46th president. As you all know that Joe Biden was sworn in as the 46th president of the United States. He took the oath of office before Chief Justice John Roberts immediately after Kamala Harris was sworn in as the United States' first women vice president. So guys, you have to remember over here that who is appointed as the first women vice president of the United States. So the name is your Kamala Harris. Apart from this, Mr. Biden, he has also become the oldest US president in history, and he is aged 78 years. And if we talk about that, who is the first president of the United States, who was the first president of the United States, so the name was George Washington, and he has taken oath on 30th of April 1789, and he was the first president of the United States, and Joe Biden has elected as the 46th president of the United States. All right, let's move to our next news and let's see what is it. Okay, Mahendra Kumar is new over here. Do not worry, Mahendra, just subscribe the channel so that you can get all the notifications timely. All right, Randhir is here. Good evening, Randhir. How are you? Let's see next news, and next news is also very important for your examination, dear students, because all you know that innovation index has been released, and it is released by the Niti Aayog, as you all know, in our country. And if we talk about that in all over the world, what is the rank of India in global innovation index? So it is ranked as 48th, and the global innovation index is released by your WIPO. And recently your India Innovation Index has been released, and it has been released by Niti Aayog. Let's see which state has become the top state in innovation index. So you all know that Karnataka tops in the innovation as per the index of India Innovation Index. All right. And if you talk about the best performance, so 4 of the 5 highest scoring major states in the India are innovation index from the south area. All right. And if there is the list of top 10 states in innovation index, and number 1 is your Karnataka, as you all can see. Next is your Maharashtra. On number 3rd, it is your Tamil Nadu. Number 4th, Telangana, then Kerala, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, and Uttar Pradesh got the 9th rank in the India Innovation Index. And apart from this, Punjab has got the 10th rank. All right, so these are the important rankings of all the top 10 states in India Innovation Index. So let's see the news in detail. Karnataka retained its leadership position in the major states category in the second edition of India Innovation Index released by Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog is your national transformation institute, and it is Aayog which was formed on 1st of January 2015. All right, and it was followed by Maharashtra, which moved past Tamil Nadu to occupy the second place. Other states in the top 10 are Telangana, Kerala, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, and Punjab. And barring Maharashtra, all other states in the top 5 are in the south. All right, so this is the important news that you have to remember, and do not forget the top 10 states in the India Innovation Index. All right. Okay, so Amit Singh is here. Good evening. Sunil Kumar, Sagar, Randhir, very good evening to all of you. Please share the session with all your friends or students, and do not forget to like the session, share it, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel also. Okay, apart from this, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and Bihar, all right, these 3 states have scored the lowest on the index, which put them at the bottom in the major states category. All right. So apart from the top 10 states in the India Innovation Index, you also have to remember that which are the states which ranked at the lowest number. So these are your Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and Bihar. All right. Okay. So Ripunjay is here. Good evening. Let's move to our next point, and next is your India in Global Innovative Index. As I have already told you that India has been ranked as the 48th most innovative nation in the world in the year 2020, and entering the top 50 nations for the first time. And if we talk about Global Innovation Index, it is published by the World Intellectual Property Organization. All right, so this you have to remember. And apart from this, about Indian Innovation Index, all right, and what is the Indian Innovation Index? The Indian Innovation Index aims to examine the innovation capabilities and performance of Indian states. The index also attempts to create an extensive framework for the continual evaluation of the innovation environment of 29 states and 7 union territories in India, and intends to perform the following 3 functions. And what are these 3 functions that are followed by Indian Innovation Index? Number 1 is your ranking of states and union territories based on their index score. Apart from this, recognizing opportunities and challenges, and assist in tailoring government policies to foster innovation. All right, these are the major functions. These are the major functions which is followed by India Innovation Index, and you have seen that what are the aims of India Innovation Index also. All right, and this time it is your second edition that is being released by the Niti Aayog, that means National Institution for Transforming India. Let's move to our next question, next news, and let's see what is it. Next news is regarding your Indo-French exercise, and let's see what is the exercise. Basically, the name of the exercise is your X Desert Night 2021, and the venue of this exercise is Jodhpur. Let's see the news in detail. Indian Air Force and French Air, Space and French Air and Space Force will conduct a bilateral air exercise, that means X-Desert Night 21 at Air Force Station in Jodhpur from 20 to 24th January 2021. If we talk about Indian Air Force, it was formed on 8th of October 1932 and its headquarters is in New Delhi. So both the air forces of India and France, they will conduct a bilateral air exercise, and the name of this air exercise is your X-Desert Night 21, and its venue is in Jodhpur, and it will be organized from 20th to 24th of January 2021. Apart from this, this exercise is unique as it includes fielding of Rafale aircraft by both sides and is indicative of the growing interaction between the two premier air forces. All right. And other important news is also there regarding this exercise. French side will participate with Rafale. All right, these are the aircrafts that are being used in this exercise by both sides of the country. So let's discuss. So first of all, French side will participate with Rafale, Airbus A330 multi-role tanker transport (MRTT), A400 M tactical transport aircraft, and approximately 175 personnel. The Indian Air Force, however, aircraft participating in the exercise will include Mirage 2000, Su-30 MKI, Rafale, IL-78 flight refueling aircraft, AWACS and AEW and C aircraft. By this AWACS, it means that airborne warning and control system, and AEW and C means aircraft early warning and airborne early warning and your control system. All right, these are the full forms of this AWACS and AEW and C aircraft. All right. Yes, capital of France is of course Paris, according to Sagar Baria. Yes, it's true that its capital is Paris and its currency is euro. All right, franc. Sorry, its currency is franc. Apart from this, as part of Indo-French Defense Cooperation, Indian Air Force and French Air and Space Air Force have held 6 editions of air exercises named Garud, the latest being in 2019 at Air Force Base Mont de Marsan in France. Apart from this, the French Air and Space Force deployment while ferrying to Australia for X Pitch Black in 2018 was hosted by Indian Air Force at Air Force stations in Agra and Gwalior for exercise with fighters and MRTT aircraft. Alright, these are the important exercises between both of the countries. One is your Garud, that was the latest being held in the year 2019, and its venue was in Mont de Marsan in France. And next is your French Air and Space Force deployment while ferrying for Australia and for X Pitch Black in 2018. Presently, the French detachment for X-Desert Night 21 is deployed in Asia as part of their Skyros deployment and will ferry in forces to Air Force Station in Jodhpur. Alright, so this is the important news that you have to remember. Yes, Amit Singh, Indian Air Force was established or formed on 8th of October 1932. Alright, so these are the important takeaways regarding your both of the countries exercise, and the name of the exercise is your X-Desert Night 21 and its venue is in Jodhpur. That is the important part that you have to remember. Alright. Apart from this, you have seen that which are the aircrafts that are going to take part, so you can read it by your PDF also. Okay. Next news is also very important for your exam point of view. Let's see what is the next news. As you can see here, a map is given over here. And if we talk about this map, it is given over here a ring of fire. And in this ring of fire, there is a place known as the Java Trench, and Indonesia is located in this region. And there is a volcano, active volcano, and which is the very famous volcano named as the Semeru volcano. And recently it has erupted and it spews ash in 5 kilometers into the sky. And this is the important news, and this would come in your examination, that Semeru volcano is located in which country or in which region. So you have to remember December, that it is located near Ring of Fire. We will discuss about Ring of Fire also, but here in this map you can see that this is the region of your Pacific Ocean, and in this Pacific Ocean these red points are the active volcanoes part, and these are the active volcanoes part, which is considered as the ring of fire that usually erupts. All right, so let's see what is the news. And here it is located in the Java Trench. The Semuru volcano is located. Let's take up the news. Semuru, also known as the Great Mountain, is the highest volcano in Java and one of the most active. All right, this you have to remember. One thing that you have to remember, that Semuru volcano is also known as the Great Mountain, and it is one of the most active volcano, and it is the highest volcano in Java. It is also one of Indonesia's most popular tourist hiking destination, and the volcano previously erupted in December when about 550 people were evacuated, and recently again it is erupted. Indonesia, that sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire where tectonic plates collide, causing frequent volcanic activity as well as earthquakes. All right, so this is the place where it is located, and it is basically located in Indonesia. And Indonesia, it sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire where these tectonic plates collide, and due to which frequent volcanic activity as well as earthquake occurs. All right, Roop Singh, Pushkar, Prabhas, good evening. Yes, Amit Singh, absolutely right. The capital of Indonesia is Jakarta, and its currency is rupiah. Let's see what is Ring of Fire basically. So the Ring of Fire, also referred to as the Circum-Pacific Belt. All right, it is also known as the Circum-Pacific Belt. Why is it so? Because it is a path along the Pacific Ocean characterized by active volcanoes and frequent earthquakes. The majority of Earth's volcanoes and earthquakes take place along the Ring of Fire. All right, as I have just shown you in the map. All right, I have just shown you in the map that this is the region of your Pacific Ocean, and these red parts are the areas which are the parts of your active volcanoes, and this is known as the Ring of Fire because most of the time these active volcanoes erupt. All right, and these are the important takeaways that you have to remember regarding Ring of Fire. Okay, let's move to our next news. Yes, President is Joko Widodo. Very good. Okay, this is a good habit by Amit Singh that he keeps reminding his important static takeaways of the countries and other things. It is a good thing. Let's move to our next news. Before moving, please like the session, share it with your friends, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel also. So let's see what is the next news, and next news is regarding your National Conference of States on Logistics. Students, logistics is basically the business of transporting and delivering of goods, and recently your first National Conference of States on Logistics has taken place. And who has addressed the National Conference of States on Logistics? So you can see it in the picture also that it is addressed by Shri Piyush Goyal. All right, and who is the petroleum minister also? Let's see he is the railway minister also. Let's see what is the news. So National Logistics Policy, which is under consultation along with the National Logistics Council and a State Logistics Coordination Committee, will work as a template for better coordination and integrated development for logistics center. All right, yes, he is our rail minister, and this is the National Logistics Policy which is under consultation, and it is under consultation with two of the councils. One is your National Logistics Council and second is your State Logistics Coordination Committee, and it works as a template for better coordination and integrated development for logistics center. Let's see, logistics is all about 5 R's, as I have just told you. All right, as I have just told you that what is logistics. So it is basically the business of transporting, supplying and delivering of goods, and it works on the 5 R's. So what is this 5 R's? Getting the right product in the right condition at the right place, at the right time, to the right customer. These are the 5 R's that are important for your logistics sector, and that is why this policy has been launched, and it is the first conference that has been launched and addressed by our rail minister, that means Piyush Goyal. All right, Amit Singh. All right, that's good, Amit Singh. Congratulations to you. And Ankaj is here. Good evening. Okay, let's move to our next news. Our next news is again a very important news for all of you, as you have seen that government has just decided and announced 23rd January as the Parakram Divas. Let's see what is the news and why it is being celebrated as the Parakram Divas. So government of India decided to celebrate January 23rd as Parakram Divas on the birth anniversary of Subhash Chandra Bose. Alright, Netaji birth anniversary to be celebrated as Parakram Divas, and the students, as you all know, that 2021 from 23rd of January to 2021 to 23rd of January 2022, it will be celebrated as the yearly anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, to commemorate his ideas and his objectives. All right, and on 23rd of January 2022, it will be his 125th birth anniversary. On that day, your Bose Museum would be inaugurated in Kolkata. And apart from this, as you all have heard, that a high-level committee is also being launched and is also being made for the for all the yearly things that is going to be happened in this year to commemorate his objectives, to commemorate the ideas of Subhash Chandra Bose, and the committee will be headed by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Let's see what is the news. So, in honor of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's indomitable spirit and his selfless service to the nation, and to remember him, the government of India will celebrate his birth anniversary on 23rd of January every year as Parakram Divas. Alright, apart from this, Gazette notification for declaring 23rd January as Parakram Divas has also been published. Alright. And if we talk about Subhash Chandra Bose, so he was one of the most eminent freedom fighters of India. He was born in Calcutta, in province of Bengal, to an affluent family. And apart from this, he was educated in Calcutta, acquiring a degree in philosophy. Subhash Chandra Bose was also selected in the Indian Civil Services, but refused to take up the service since he did not want to serve the British government. Alright, so it was his greatness that he has just refused to join the Indian Civil Services because he didn't want to serve the British government or work under that government. Alright, and Bose joined the Indian National Congress, formed on December 28, 1885. In 1921, he joined the Indian National Congress in 1921, which was formed in 1885, and he also started a newspaper called Swaraj. Apart from this, Bose also authored so many books, and one of his book is named as The Indian Struggle, which covers the Indian independence movement from 1920 to 1942. But the book was banned by the British government. Apart from this, he is also coined the term Jai Hind, and which is very famous until now. Whenever we meet anyone, whenever we meet any of the personnel, or if there is anything, we always speak Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. All right. So this is the term which was coined by Subhash Chandra Bose. All right. And Kolkata and West Bengal also 23rd January will be celebrated as one day. You have to tell me that in West Bengal, Mamta Banerjee has also announced that this would be celebrated as Desh Nayak Divas or something. So which day would be celebrated? Which day would be celebrated as on 23rd of January by West Bengal? Please tell me, anyone in the comment. Okay, let's move to our next news. And what is it? Prime Minister Narendra Modi is appointed as the chairman of Somnath Temple Trust. All right, it is the second time it has happened that the Prime Minister of our country is appointed as the chairman of any temple's trust. So it is the second time that it is happening. And recently, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been appointed as the chairman of Somnath Temple Trust. As you can see the temple over here. Let's see what is the news. So, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was appointed the new chairman of the trust who manages the world famous Somnath temple at Prabhas Patan town in Gujarat's Gir Somnath district. Alright, yes, first was Morarji Desai, very good Suraj Singh. And after former Prime Minister Morarji Desai, Narendra Modi is the second Prime Minister who has been appointed the chairman of the temple trust. Alright, this you have to remember, students. One question would come in your examination, that who was the first Prime Minister who has been appointed as the chairman of the Somnath temple trust. So you have to remember that the name of the Prime Minister, that means Morarji Desai, and the second Prime Minister is your Narendra Modi. Alright. Let's see about Somnath temple. If you talk about Somnath temple, so it was dedicated to Lord Shiva, which was plundered by Mahmud of Ghazni in the year 1025 AD. The present temple was reconstructed in the Chalukya style of Hindu temple architecture and completed in May 1951. Alright, so these are the important takeaways that you have to know about Somnath temple. Let's see our next news, and what is it? Next news is regarding your American Express, which has decided to fund for the Dastakar to support women. Alright, so American Express, it has announced the funding of rupees 1 crore and 1 crore grant to Dastakar to support women. And this, there you can see in this picture here, you can see that the women's are doing embroidery and they are preparing for crafts and craftsmen. So due to lockdown and due to this pandemic, they have suffered the most. So that is why it has been decided by the American Express to support them. Let's see what is the news in detail. So Dastakar is basically a private not-for-profit NGO which was established in the year 1981. Apart from this, it supports traditional Indian craftspeople. Many of them are women and village-based, with the objective of helping craftspeople regain their place in the economic mainstream. Alright. And what is in news? So credit card issuer American Express. You all know that American Express is a credit card issuer. It issues credit card, and it announced a grant of rupees 1 crore to Dastakar, a society of crafts and craftspeople, to support over 12,000 women artisans from 19 states in the country in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Alright, so this is the important grant that is given by any of the company. And if we talk about the American Express company is a multinational financial services corporation. Its headquarter is at 200 Vesey Street in Financial District of Lower Manhattan in New York City. Basically, you have to remember that where is the headquarter of American Express company. So it is headquartered in New York City. The company was founded in the year of 1850. Its CEO is Stephen Squeri, and it was founded by Henry Wells, William Fargo, and John Butterfield. All right. Let's move to our next news. And what is it? Before moving to our next news, please like the session and share it with your friends. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel also. And the next news is related to the memorandum of understanding between two of the countries, and cabinet has approved the memorandum of understanding with Uzbekistan. And the capital of Uzbekistan, as we know, it is Tashkent, and its currency is so cabinet has approved memorandum of understanding with Uzbekistan for cooperation in solar energy. Let's see what is the news. So the main area of work under the memorandum of understanding is to identify research, demonstration, and initiation of pilot projects between the National Institute of Solar Energy (NISE) under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, India, and the International Solar Energy Institute, Uzbekistan. Basically, it will primarily focus in the areas of solar photovoltaic, storage technologies, and transfer of technologies. All right, so this you have to remember that India and which country has signed memorandum of understanding for the cooperation of solar energy. So you have to remember the name of the country is Uzbekistan, and as I have told you, the capital of Uzbekistan is Tashkent, its currency is Som, and and the name of its president is Shavkot Mirziyoyev. All right. Yes, Uzbekistani Som. All right, and the name of its president is your Shaukat Mirziyoyev. Next news is also very important because a book is being published, and the name of the book is Manohar Parrikar Off the Record, and the book is released recently by the Goa Chief Minister. And who is the Chief Minister of Goa? He is Pramod Sawant. Alright, so let's see. The book Manohar Parrikar Off the Record is a collection of memories of Mr. Prabhu, who happened to be with late Parrikar during the journey of his life. The book has been written by senior journalist Vaman Subha Prabhu. All right, so you have to remember that the book is written by whom? So the book is written by the journalist Vaman Subha Prabhu, and the name of the book is Manohar Parrikar of the Records. Let's see about Manohar Gopal Krishna Prabhu Parrikar. And if we talk about Manohar Parrikar, his full name is Manohar Gopal Krishna Prabhu Parrikar, and he was born on 13th December 1955 and died on 17th March 2019. And he was an Indian politician and leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party who served as Chief Minister of Goa. And he was the first IITian to become the Chief Minister of any state in India. Alright, so this question may come in your examination, like who was the first IITian who has become the Chief Minister of any of these states. So you have to remember that the name of the Chief Minister is Manohar Parrikar. In November 2014, Parrikar was chosen as the Minister of Defence, replacing Arun Jaitley. All right, so he has also served as the Defence Minister, and apart from serving as the Chief Minister of Goa. Okay, now it's our time to discuss the questions, and your first question on your screen, start replying the question, start answering the question. Okay, let's see your question on your screen. I am going to read the question for all of you. So you have to consider the following statements regarding Poshan Abhiyan. I have taken the schemes and projects to discuss today, and your first question is regarding your Poshan Abhiyan. You have to consider the following statements. First statement is Poshan Abhiyan is Government of India's flagship program to improve nutritional outcomes for children, pregnant women and lactating mothers. Apart from this, Niti Aayog is the monitoring authority for Poshan Abhiyan. And third statement is the target of the mission is to eliminate stunting among children in the age group of 0 to 6 years by the year 2022. And you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Start answering the question. Option number A is first and third. Option number B is first and second. Option number C is second and third. And option number D is first, second and third all. Alright, Randhir is answering the question D. Aprajita D. Shalu Patel is saying D. Madhu Kumari, good evening. How are you? You are late today. Monster Collector Babu is also late. Ripunjay saying D. Suraj D. Rang Dancelis is saying that B is the correct answer. Alright. Madhu Kumari is also saying B. Takeshwar is saying that B is the correct answer. Alright. Okay, let's see what is the correct answer. Amit Yadav is also saying that D is the correct answer. Absolutely, guys, and your answer, option number B is correct. Alright, why is it so? Your statement number first is correct, statement number 2 is correct, but the third is wrong. Why? Because the target of the mission is not to eliminate stunting among children in the age group of 0 to 6 years by 20 2022, the target of the mission is to reduce stunting. All right, its mission, its target is to reduce stunting among children, not to eliminate by the 2022, because it's not possible to eliminate fully by the year 2022. That is why your third statement is wrong and first and second are correct. But we would take the explanation also. What is the explanation of this question? So first of all, you should know that what is Poshan Abhiyan. Alright, the program seeks to improve nutritional outcomes for children, pregnant women and lactating mothers, and it is given in your first statement, and that is correct also. It was launched in the year 2018 with the specific targets to be achieved by the year 2022. So before that, we have to see that what are these targets. So the target, its aim is to reduce, not to eliminate. All right, consider every word properly, because it is very important to keep it in mind. All right, here it is not mentioned, that it has it is aiming to eliminate the things. It is aiming to reduce or lower down the targets. First point is stunting and wasting by 2% a year, total 6% until 2022 among children, not eliminate again. Anemia, it aims to reduce anemia by 3% a year, total 9% among children, adolescent girls and pregnant women and lactating mothers. Point number third, it aims to reduce, and the target of this mission is to bring down stunting among children in the age group of 0 to 6 years from 38.4% to 25% by 2022. All right. And Niti Aayog is the National Institution for Transforming India, which was established on 1st of January 2015. Its chairman is our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and its CEO is Amitabh Kant. All right. And apart from this, Niti Aayog has played a critical role in shaping the Poshan Abhiyan. Niti Aayog has been entrusted with the task of closely monitoring the Poshan Abhiyan and undertaking periodic evaluations. All right. Now we are moving to our next question. Let's take up the next question. And what is it? Your question on your screen. Start answering the question. Consider the following statements regarding Bureau of Energy Efficiency. All right. First statement, Bureau of Energy Efficiency is a statutory body whose primary objective is of reducing energy intensity of the Indian economy. Second statement, BEE give financial assistance to institutions for promoting efficient use of energy and its conservation. Apart from this, third statement is these items covered under the star labeling program includes deep freezers, light commercial air conditioners, domestic gas stove, ballast and microwave oven. And you have to consider the following statements and answer that which of the statements is or are correct. Okay. I have erased the. Okay. Sorry, students, I have erased the question somehow. So we could not take the question right now, but it is on your screen. It might be on your screen. So you can consider these statements. And yes, of course, all these statements are correct. So here we will take up the explanation. Okay, so sorry for that. Okay, Shalu is saying D, Aprajita D, Amitabh Kant, all right, Madhukumari C, Ripunjay A, Suraj D, Amit Singh D. Yes, D is the correct answer. Book. Okay, let's see till the technical team is getting the question. So we would discuss the question. So yes, as the question was regarding your Bureau of Efficiency, Energy Efficiency. So you have been given three of the options. So we would discuss that. Okay. Just wait a second, students. Second question. Hmm. Okay. Here we got the question. Okay. It's okay. Yes. Yes. Let's move to our question. First of all, you have given uh, three statements, and we have seen these statements. Let's see what is the correct answer. So the correct answer is, of course, your D. That means all your statements are correct. And let's see the explanation, because all the statements are correct. So first statement is, the government of India set up Bureau of Energy Efficiency, and when it was established on 1st of March 2002 under the provisions of Energy Conservation Act of 2001. Alright, and apart from this, the mission of the Bureau of Energy Efficiency is to assist in developing policies and strategies with a thrust of self-regulation and market principles within the overall framework of the Energy Conservation Act 2001, with the primary objective of reducing energy intensity of the Indian economy. Alright, so this is the explanation. Apart from this, the major promotion functions of BEE include: first point, create awareness and disseminate information on energy efficiency and conservation. These are the functions of BEE that I am going to discuss. Next function is arranging and organize training of personnel and specialists in the techniques for efficiency of energy and its conservation. Apart from this, it aims to strengthen consultancy services in the field of energy conservation, promote research and development, develop testing and certification procedures, and promote testing facilities. Apart from this, it also formulate and facilitate implementation of pilot projects and demonstration projects. And apart from this, it promote use of energy efficient processes, equipment, devices and systems. All right, and it also take steps to encourage preferential treatment for use of energy efficient equipment or appliances. All right, these are the your important functions of BEE. Yes, Sakshit, this video come on daily basis from Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. in the evening. All right. Apart from this, it also aims to promote innovative financing of energy efficiency projects, give financial assistance to institutions for promoting efficient use of energy and its conservation, and to prepare educational curriculum on efficient use of energy and its conservation. And apart from this, it also aims to implement international cooperation programs relating to efficient use of energy and its conservation. Alright, and now we would move to our next question on your screen and start answering the question. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding district mineral foundation funds, that means DMF funds. First statement is, though district mineral foundation's operation is under state governments, the central government retains the power to prescribe the rates of contribution. Second statement, DMF funds are treated as extra budgetary resources for all these states. Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana is meant to provide for the welfare of areas and people affected by mining related operations using the funds generated by district mineral foundations. And you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Statement option number A, first and second; option number B, first and third; option number C, second and third; and option number D, first, second and third. Alright, yes, Narendra is requesting to please like the session. Yes, please like the session, everyone. Share it with your friends, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel also. Yes, Suraj, it runs at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Yes, Ripunjay, sometimes it happens like when I am ill, I am not able to take the class. So that is why yesterday was the day when I wasn't able to take your class. All right. Okay, please do the class in morning. Sangam, it's not possible to to do the session in the morning because there are some schedules, and according to the schedule, I have to work. And the schedule maintenance is the work of our admin department, so I cannot negotiate with them. Okay, Shalu is saying that B is the correct answer. Madhukumari B, Suraj B, Randhir B, Aprajita is saying that D is the correct answer. All right. Takeshwar is saying B, Ripunjay D, Sushant is saying D. All right. So let's see what is the correct answer. And of course, your correct answer is D. That means all these statements are correct. So let's take up what is the correct explanation. So the central government retains the power to prescribe the rates of contribution, though DMFs operation is under state government. All right, so here you can see that district mineral foundation funds is of course under state government, but government has the power to prescribe the rates of contribution. All right. Apart from this, the central government notified on 17 September 2015 the rates of contribution payable by payable by miners to the DMFs in case of all mining leases executed before 12th of January 2015, the date on which Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Amendment Act, that means MMTR Amendment Act, came into force. Miners will have to contribute an amount equal to 30% of the royalty payable by them to the DMFs, where mining leases are granted after 12th January 2015. The rate of contribution would be 10% of the royalty payable subsequent to the enactment of MMDR Amendment Act. Mining leases are given out after auctions, hence a lower levy. All right, these are the important facts about your district mineral funds. Okay, let's see. Next is DMF funds are also treated as extra budgetary resources for these states, and that is why Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana is meant to provide for the welfare of areas and people affected by mining related operations using the funds generated by district mineral foundations. All right, so let's move to our next question, and let's take up what is the next question on your screen. Pradeep Kumar, if you want the session for Hindi medium, you can join the class in the morning at 7 a.m. All right, let's see what is the question. Consider the following statements regarding National Mission on Transformation, Mobility and Storage. First statement is National Mission on Transformation, Mobility and Storage is chaired by the Union Minister of New and Renewable Energy. Second, it focuses on manufacturing of electric vehicles, electric vehicle components and batteries. Third statement, the mission aims to make India complete self-dependent on manufacturing electric vehicle batteries by the year 2030. All right, and now you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. All right, option number A, second only. Option number B, first and second. Option number C, second and third. And option number D, first, second and third. Start answering the question, everyone. Alright, Shalu is saying that D is the correct answer. That means all these statements regarding National Mission on Transformative Mobility and Storage are correct. Mahendra is saying B, Sushant is saying D. Alright. Sangam is saying that D is the correct answer. Madhukumari A. Alright. Randhir is saying B is the correct answer. Okay, Takeshwar is saying C, Amit saying D, Ripunjay C. Alright, let's see what is the correct answer. And only one student has given the correct answer, and Madhu Kumari has answered the question correctly, and your option number A is correct. That means the second statement is correct. Not sure about first statement. It's alright, Prajita. Now you know the answer, that your only second option is correct. Alright, let's see why is it so. First of all, National Mission on Transformative Mobility and Storage What does it what is the composition of this mission? So the multidisciplinary national mission on transformative mobility and battery storage with an interministerial steering committee will be chaired by CEO of Niti Aayog. All right. And apart from this, the steering committee will be comprised of secretaries from Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Ministry of Power, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Heavy Industry, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, and Director General Bureau of Industrial Standards. So these are the steering committee. This is the steering committee which will be comprised of the secretaries of these ministries. All right, and apart from this, what is the role of this mission? The role of this mission, mission aims is not for the year 2022, but it is 2024. All right, let's see. The mission will be recommended and drive the strategies for transformative mobility and phased manufacturing programs for electric vehicles, electric vehicle components and batteries. Apart from this, a phased manufacturing program will be launched to localize production across the entire electronic vehicle value chain, and the national mission on transformative mobility and battery storage will determine the counters of PMP and will finalize the details of the of such a program. All right, and the details of the value addition that can be achieved with each phase of localization will be finalized by the mission with a clear make in India strategy for the electric vehicle components as well as battery, and the mission will coordinate with key stakeholders in ministries or departments and the states to integrate various initiatives to transform mobility in India, and the mission will ensure holistic and comprehensive growth of the battery manufacturing industry in India. All right, so these are the main aims of the mission. All right, let's move to our next question and let's see what is the next and the last question on your screen. Next question is, again you have to consider the following statements and you have to answer that which of the for above statements is or are correct. Statement number 1 is National Intelligence Grid, NAT grid, acts as a link between intelligence and investigation agencies. Statement number 2 is National Crime Records Bureau maintains an online database on FIRs and stolen vehicles. And statement number 3 is National Crime Records Bureau implements the Crime and Criminal Tracking Network and Systems project. And now you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Option number A is first and second. Option number B, first and third. Option number C is second and third. And option number D is first, second and third. Start answering the question. Sushil Kumar, I have already explained the question, last question. And as we are short of time, so we have to discuss the next question. All right, and we will provide you the PDF, and there you can get, from the PDF you can understand the question. Okay, you can see the explanation again. Next question is regarding your National Intelligence Grid and National Crime Records Bureau, and you have to answer that which of the following questions are correct. All right, which of the following statements are correct? Madhu Kumari is saying B, Sushil D, Takeshwar B, Suraj is saying D, Mahendra Kumar B, Ripunjay D, and Rang Dancelas is also saying that B is the correct answer. Randhir is saying C. Aprajita is guessing the question that D is the correct answer. All right. Yes, of course, the correct answer is your D. That means all these statements are correct. Let's see. First of all, the National Intelligence Grid, NAT Grid, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the National Crimes Record Bureau as given in your first statement to access the centralized online database on FIRs and stolen vehicles. Second point is first conceptualized in the year 2009, NatGrid seeks to become the one-stop destination for security and intelligence agencies to access database related to immigration entry and exit, banking and telephone details of suspect on a security platform. Alright, and yes, Sushant, absolutely D is the correct answer. And the memorandum of understanding signed will give NatGrid access to the crime and criminal tracking network and systems CCTNS database, a platform that links around 14,000 police stations. All state police are mandated to file first information reports in the CCTNS. Apart from this, the data pertaining to FIRs of a particular police station are a state subject. NatGrid will act as a link between intelligence and investigation agencies, and CCTNS project is implemented by National Crime Records Bureau. All right. So these are the important questions that we have discussed, and we also discussed the top 10 current affairs news of today's, and that's all for today's session. Again, we will meet tomorrow at 6 p.m. same time, same channel. Do not forget to join the channel and share the session with all your friends, and if you are new to this channel, I request all of you to please subscribe the channel also. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.